Welcome to Reread. We are on Elaine Cunningham's Dark Journey from the new Jedi Order series. This one's the one that focuses on Jaina, if you didn't know from the cover. Kip has lost several members of his squadron, it says by now. He still hasn't turned to the dark side after all this time. He keeps talking about how, he doesn't let grief and turn into anger, and anger to hate, and hate into the dark side, and I think that's a testament to him. It's almost like Elaine was trying to make him sound like the good guy, but then later on we're rest assured that he is evil. He tricked Jaina into taking it to the Vong. I still don't understand that. They tried. It was so weak of an argument that they kept making. Leia's mad at Kip for tricking her daughter. It wasn't that big of a deal. And Jaina does way worse in this book. Or maybe that was Elaine's point, calling them all hypocrites. I don't know. Either way, I kind of calculated he's 13 years older than Jaina. Are he and Jaina a thing in this one? I don't think so. I mean, it crosses his mind a little bit, saying, hey, do I like her like that? I don't know if I do. And people say, oh, no, he's definitely doing it. I don't know. Either way, though, when Leia thinks about Kip and Jaina, she's like, oh. But then she remembers that Han is 10 years older than her. So it runs in the family. She may be attracted to older men. And I think what Elaine Cunningham's doing, she introduces Jag, and obviously Jag and Jaina have some chemistry going on there. And of course there's Zek in it for a little while, but he's kind of thrown off, which I like Jaina and Zek together. Of course I like everyone from the junior Jedi Knights or young Jedi Knights hooking up. But I think she's just going, just kind of throwing a few love interests out there and seeing what would catch. So who knows, and maybe an alternate universe, Kip and Jaina would have been together, and it's honestly about the same distant in age. That's what Leia says. She's thinking, Han was 10 years older than her, and she was in love, so older men go well in the family. So 13 years, 10 years, I'm not justifying it or saying it should have happened. Like I said, I'm Jaina and Zek. That was my match made. But I still, like I said, he may have entertained it here and there, but it's not that serious. I don't feel it was. Anyway, it was really weird at the very beginning. Vong are talking like regular humans for a while. Like for a minute I was confused, like, wait, are these Vong talking? I thought these were Vong. They are Vong. Why are they talking like, I don't know, they just were kind of talking. It's almost like Elaine Cunningham didn't get the way they would speak about infidels down. And it's only the very first chapter or so. Like seriously, I thought I was reading something from like Rogue Squadron pilots for a minute, just the way they talked. It was really weird, and it was just for that opening chapter too. For some reason, Kip is a pariah. No one, and he makes a joke of it. No one likes me and everything. And it's so funny because Leia says, why are you trying to divide the Jedi Order? Everyone follows you. Not really, because earlier it said that Kip's 12 is trying to find more recruits. He keeps losing people, and they're not Jedi. So why aren't all these Jedi joining his group? Now, some are. There are Jedi in his group, but they're not all Jedi. So if he has half it doesn't make sense. Why aren't they all following Kip? Why aren't there several Jedi out there doing what Kip is doing? Now, it could be there are, and we don't hear about them, but according to anyone else, Kip and his dozen, whatever, are the only ones that are doing this. So 12 Jedi, 13, I guess if you count Kip. Let's keep part of the dozen, I don't know. But that's half of the order. I know they're trying to say something, but on the other hand, Kip's kind of a loner on his own, trying to take it to the Vong as best he can, which is what Luke is going to be doing too later on, and even says that later on. So it doesn't make any sense. It also doesn't make any sense why Kip can feel Jason's death, his death with the quotation marks. Even Jaina thinks he's dead. His own twin thinks he's dead, but Leia goes, no, this was different. This was him being silenced from the Force, not really going away. And there was a difference, according to Leia. And yes, a mother would know, but I also think Jaina would believe her too, but maybe it's Jaina's frustration with her mother that doesn't get her to believe her. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't make sense that Kip feels it too. He even says, I was never that close to Jason. Then why are you feeling that way? I don't understand. Teniel Djo's parents we're told they're having marriage issues, but we never know what they are. Djo had a miscarriage, and then when the fleet's Hapen fleet got destroyed, she had a miscarriage at the same time. Maybe that was the problem, and she's been depressed ever since. And everyone's like, "Oh, we need a new queen." Well, and Elaine Cunningham, I don't know if she's had a miscarriage before. I'm just saying, because I've been around a few miscarriages, on a personal stance here, and the woman always feels it's their fault, and it's not. It's not. But they always feel it's their fault, and they always feel like, and they feel down in the dumps, and it's for months. Trust me, I know this. And I thought that was, it's so weird because I was like, Teniel Djo deserves a whole lot better because she's down, she needs to be comforted. Obviously her husband's not doing anything, but hey, snap out of it, you've got an empire to run. No, screw you. Honestly, screw them all. Because, I think there's a part where Princess Soldier shows Teniel Djo, his mother, went, you see why she needs to be replaced? She's a broken shell of a woman. Have some compassion, please. And I don't think it's been that long since, maybe it has, but maybe she hasn't gotten the love and support that they need. Some of these miscarriages can haunt women for well over a year or whatnot. So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of tone deaf in that sense, that everyone just kind of disregarded her as being just a failure and giving up on the whole, and that and even Teniel Djo sees they need a strong leader. Ooh, I thought it was just so tone deaf and off the mark there. Anyway, Jaina is falling for Jag. I think that's that's the direction Elaine Cunningham is going here, or wants us to go into. I wanted to see more tension between Zek and, I think it's mentioned that Zek likes her. I think Leia says that, or someone tells her that. But Jaina has no interest. Again, it almost feels like it is Elaine Cunningham I think she was trying to fish the water, see what the fans are like most, but obviously they're swaying toward Jag, because that's where most of it's going to. And Kip makes Jaina go to Anakin's funeral. And he's the bad guy again, because, Kip's just so mean. Jaina decides at her own choice, she doesn't want to go to her brother's funeral, but Kip doesn't want to have anything to do with it, And I was like, why is he still the bad guy for this? It's kind of weird. But then Leia understands, because she had to drag Han to Chewbacca's funeral because he didn't want to be there. Okay, I get the refusal of not wanting to be at the funeral because it's too upsetting for you, but having someone basically make you go is a friend. Like, you're going to regret not being there. I don't know. Again, this whole Kip's the villain, but he does some nice things here and there. I just don't. It just doesn't come across as realistic. Leia makes a great joke that I can't remember who she was describing here. She says, "Yeah, he has." She's describing Jag to Kip, and realizes that someone with dark hair and green eyes is all three, is Zek and Kip and Jag, and she's like, oh, like. Her daughter has a particular taste in men. Dark hair, green eyes. You can get Jaina Solo to look at you more than once, which I thought was really funny. Jaina's risking pilots for her Vong experiment later on. And I'm skipping way ahead here. This is where she's kind of going off the dark side, using the Force, using Force lightning and stuff like that, tricking people. She hooks up with Kip as an apprentice just so she can learn how to wipe people's minds. And she's doing it haphazardly. In fact, Kip's the one clutching his Jedi pearls and going, oh my, don't do this, Jaina. Kind of being led by the tail. A little bit. The times he gets outfoxed by Jaina, I think, are totally fine and totally appropriate. It doesn't make Kip look like a doofus. But at the same time, Kip's trying to pump the brakes on her because she's willingly sacrificing humans. She's like, well, you're sacrificing your dozen every time you take them behind enemy lines. They all chose that. And plus, he said, I'm never careless or haphazard. I want to protect my entire dozen. I want them to make it out alive. You are saying live or dead as long as they get the information. And that's all. And she's like, that's all it's all about, right? It's about the mission. I don't know. And they're trying to throw that back at Kip, but Kip's going, it's not the same. And it isn't. I don't know. Again, mixed messages. Is Elaine Cunningham telling everyone else, all the other authors, that what you've been doing with Kip is so hypocritical? Or is she trying to toe the line and make Kip seem like the person Kip started it all, and now Jaina's just moving it forward even more. That now makes Kip feel uncomfortable, like he made the Jedi feel uncomfortable. I don't know which direction she's going here. But Jaina also has a vision of killing her brother, which, she says, oh no, but that was just a training session. Oh, she has a dream, I think, about it. That was just a training session back during Young Jedi Nights. Nope. It turns out to be a real vision. Now, I know Elaine Cunningham had no idea what was going to happen in future books, but it's very telling. Like I said, accidental continuity, I'm okay with. At the end, Teniel Djo is poisoned. Teniel Djo becomes the queen. It's great for Teniel Djo, for her character, but I'm just sad for Teniel. I think she got shortchanged here. She's never a character that has given much depth after courtship of Princess Leia. She should be very strong. Teniel Djo and her mother should have a strong bond. We should have been seeing her in Young Jedi Knights. That's who she should have been entrusting her promise or her secrets to, and maybe getting sage advice from her mother, not her father, even though that seems to be the person she connects with the most. Why? There's nothing wrong with Princess Soldier, but why not her own mother? They're both warrior women. I don't understand. Overall, though, I did enjoy the book. I know I got a lot of complaints here, but I did enjoy it. It's a very smooth read, and it's a lot of fun, and people like Jaina Solar are definitely going to love this, I think. And I can't wait to get to something I thought was in the book, but wasn't, next time.